All right, Kansas and Texas. A nice Big 12 matchup here. Texas 17-point home favorites, 61.5 the total. Is Kansas ready to go on the road and give what's looking more and more like a really, really good championship-capable Texas team a battle in this game? Can Kansas go on the road and give them any kind of battle? We think Kansas is good, but man, this is a big step up for this Jayhawks team. Even though I like Lance Leipold quite a bit as a coach and what he's done, it's still a defense when you look at the results. They give up 23 to Illinois, 24 to Nevada, 27 to BYU, and this is by far an even better offense here with Quinn Ewers at the controls here for Texas. So I do worry about the Kansas defense a little bit. Texas has scored 37, 34, 31, 38, in their 4 games. I certainly lean over in this game. Can Kansas do enough offensively to keep them in this game? Because I like their quarterback. I like the skill position talent. I like their play calling. They've run some really good offense, Kansas. Jalen Daniels, quarterback, Devin Neal, the running back, Lawrence Arnold leading the receiving core. I think their play calling is really good. They've got some playmakers. They've been able to score points, Kansas, in every game this year, but they've also not seen a defense anywhere close to Texas level. And they're going to see that here on the road on Saturday. Let's see how they handle this. And last year, they could not handle it. Remember, there was those 2 years when Kansas was still not that good, and they would give Texas problems, 24-17, 50 to 48. They had the big upset against Texas 2 years ago. Yeah, Lance Leipold's first year on the job. They had covered 5 straight against Texas, but last year it was a different story. Texas 9-point favorites at Kansas, or 9-point road favorites at Kansas, 55 to 14. Destroyed Kansas. Kansas couldn't match up in the trenches with Texas. And now Texas is even better, I think, this year than they were last year. So I'm torn. I'm really, really torn on this game. I could see Kansas staying inside the number. My first thought was Kansas plus 17. But with the way that Texas is playing right now, on both sides of the ball, complete complementary football, I could also see this getting away from them on the road in Austin, like it did last year, which was in Kansas, by the way, that game last year, that 55-14 beatdown over Texas, or over Kansas for Texas, 55 to 14. The game did go over 69 points, and we have seen 3 straight head-to-head meetings go over the total with these two teams, 98 points, 113, and of course 69 last year, 55 of those 69 points scored by Texas. So that's why I think the over is the better look in this game. What do you think here, Conor? Very intriguing game here. Kansas, are they ready for prime time? Well, even though it's, I believe, an afternoon game, it is. Are they ready to go to Texas and give the Longhorns a game?
Yeah. This seems like where Texas in the years past, like, are they a different team? Like where they would lose or this could be a close game. And I think Kansas can move the ball a little bit on them. It's just their defense, like you mentioned. It just seems like there's going to be points, and this game probably gets over and even in the years past, Kansas would have to, 2 years ago, they got to move the ball, and score, because I just think Texas will get what they want here at home. So I'm intrigued a little bit. Texas has been able to run the ball well. Can Kansas run it on this Texas defense? That'll be interesting. And, they do have Jalen Daniels, so I think could keep him around in this game.
Good offense, too. And the defense has been lights out. Well, Alabama, they gave up some points, but you're going to give up some points against Alabama when you're playing them on the road. But other than that, Texas defense has been very, very strong this year. I do think Kansas can do some things, though, against them offensively. And then on offense, Conor, Quinn Ewers, and not only Quinn Ewers, but what he's got to work with. Jonathan Brooks. They haven't missed Bijan Robinson at all. Well, he's a great player, Bijan Robinson, but Jonathan Brooks has been terrific.
Yeah.
They're fine at running back now with Jonathan Brooks. And then the receivers, Xavier Worthy and Adonai Mitchell. These are 2 terrific, terrific receivers and targets for Ewers. So a lot of weapons here for Texas. A lot that Kansas is going to have to deal with here in this game with their defense.